visuals, welcome back to the Unvisual Guys podcast, where we are here in Berlin, live from Berlin. It's why is it okay to do an impression of a German or like a Russian or whatever?
I don't think it is. I just don't think people give a shit, really.
Well, like I said, because they're hello, we're jumping straight into this, I guess. There are fellow continent people and whatnot, but like no one would care that I've done a German impression.
Yeah, but other countries take the piss out of the British.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But like, if we were to do other accents, we'd be fucked.
Why do they think we all talk like the Queen? I don't know.
That's just, when I think of America straight away, it's howdy partner, or if I do a French, it's oh yeah frog. It's the stereotypes. Buck teeth and big nose in Westminster and he's got fucking cancer, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
Which is why somebody made a fairly funny joke. It was sort of spending all this time waiting for a job.
Yeah.
And then now he's already on the sick.
Yeah.
It's a fucking bit of an OTT joke. But anyway, Chris, how are you? Sorry, what a weird way to start.
How are you, sir?
I am exodosis, whatever that word is.
I have kind of got a little topic I want to discuss with you about.
Not a fucking problem.
But it's a topic that's probably going to offend Laura.
Oh,
but
I'm not even what is it? Not even we're a minute and a half in. Well done,
in my defence, I'm kind of sticking up for the females on this one.
So you should, Chris. Men are dickheads. Right, I can't wait to hear this. I had no future involvement, don't worry. I had no prior knowledge. Now, come on, Chris, what is it, sir?
Well, I've seen and heard two different stories this week.
Right.
About trans men.
Okay.
First one I heard...
Wait, trans man? Sorry.
Yeah, was a man into woman. So is that trans woman or trans man?
So this is where we're already offended.
This is...
Trans man... To me, that sounds like it's a woman that's gone into a man. Because I'm a man, but by transitioning.
So it's a trans woman then?
So it's a woman that's gone into a man. I'm a man by transition.
It's a man that's gone into a woman.
Right, so it'll be a trans woman. If I've got that right. Because like I said, it's a woman that's transitioned into a man.
Okay.
So it's a man by transition or a woman by transition.
Okay.
Fuck, in my head that makes sense.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the first one I seen was joining the female swimming team. There's a trans...
There's a trans male that's joined women swimming.
Yes.
Right, okay.
And looking at it, he was all right as a man. He was all right in the swimming team. Mm-hmm. But as soon as he transitioned, moved up into the women's swimming team,
he smashed it.
He smashed the world record.
I don't agree with that.
Like, I don't either, because them women, girls, whatever, have trained for fucking years to get where they needed to get. Mm-hmm. And then some fucking bloke who's in a leotard, still got his bollocks and fucking short hair, just comes strolling along.
South Park did a beautiful episode
on this, and then just smashes the world record.
Yeah, it's deaf because it's not sexist to say it's genuine fact, it's science, it's not dispute, but men are physically more stronger and stuff than women, right? Hence why the majority of men are bigger than women and stuff, more muscle mass and all that carry on. So that 100% is bullshit. A woman's trained all of her life. Competing because that's basically a woman that's competing. It's just imagine it's still just a normal woman that's on steroids. That's basically what that is. And it's not fair. It's not right. 100%. They did it in the wasn't UFC. It was an MMA where a man transitioned into a woman, joined the women's division, and just smashed the fucking heads in. And it's not right, and it's not.
I don't think it's right that they should join the women's sport. Whatever sport it is.
No, because biologically you've still got everything there that's...
Technically you are still kind of a man.
Yeah, at least on a biological level.
Yeah, you've still got all your muscles and all that shit.
I don't know if you still produce testosterone. I don't know if there's a way to block that. No idea.
I think you can get testosterone tablets.
Can you? Right, okay. Yes. But no, 100% agree with you there, Chris. And I don't think you said anything bad there.
That's all right then.
Well, that's me saying it, mate. I'm just as bad as you anyway. Yeah. But no, I am 100%.
Any sport, I don't think they should.
No.
If anything, I don't mean this in a nasty way against the transgenders. They should have their own specific sports.
Yeah, I suppose,
because the disabled do. They've got the paraplegic or whatever it's called. I am going to offend now. The little people.
I think you say little
people. Can I say that?
I think you say little people.
Can I say that?
Yeah, I think you say little
They
people.
have their own Olympic thing.
Well, again, that's because of down to their body size and muscle mass and all that carry on and whatnot.
So if you want to transition, yes, fair enough.
Transitioned men into women compete against each other. Transitioned women into men compete against each other. Yeah, that to me that makes perfect sense.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does to me anyhow.
No, that does 110 make perfect sense. The only time I remember when they did a film with Emma Stone and Steve Carell about the tennis player that the woman beat him at tennis. But my only argument to that would be when they did that match, he was quite an old man, and that's why she won.
I thought it was age, really.
Yeah, he wasn't. I say really old. He wasn't 70. I think he was
because you can get this mixed tennis matches. Yeah. Double net tennis.
Because there are some. I think if it's sport it's been proven in football, women and men aren't quite on the same level. Because when it was it Australia or the USA? The best women's football team in the world lost to Arsenal's under 15 boys, and it was 17-0.
Yeah.
And it's when it's like that, but I guess it was like table tennis or maybe even just normal tennis or
poker or something.
Poker, snooker, but ones that it doesn't require, because men have an advantage being bigger and stronger, and it is unfair. I can tell you now, if I was a woman and Dave rocked in. With a bit of stubble, but he's grew his hair out and he's put some eyeliner on, saying he's a woman now, and we're about to have a fucking boxing match, I would be like, well, I'm going to fucking sex.
Well, that's what I mean. A lot of them have quit now because they're like, well, what is the point of me trying?
Yeah.
If this person is just going to break the world record that I...
Yeah. Because it's safe to say, if it's a fully, like a Ronda Rousey would beat me and you in a regular fight because she's trained all of her life. Yes. That's not an issue.
No.
It's the fact that it's women that have trained all their life against a man that's trained all of his life who's now transitioned, because they're on the same level, but thingy. But if it was just regular Joes like me and you, because I've seen that argument that people say I could beat a woman MMA fighter and that, and I disagree with that because they've got discipline and training and whatnot. Most MMA female fighters would beat the everyday man.
Definitely.
In a fight. Because then you've got the training and the discipline and stuff.
Yes.
But no, yeah, I agree with you, sir. And I don't think that's offensive, I say.
Okay.
I don't think.
The next one is toilets. Sticking to the same subject, but a young girl and a mum walked into a bathroom, and then...
Was this the black lady?
I think so.
I think I've seen a video of this.
It was on Joe. I heard it on Joe Rogan.
It was in San Diego, San Francisco.
Something like that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're about to say. Carry on.
Again, trans was just in the bathroom doing his thing. And you turn around, it's all right, little girl. I'm one of yous now.
Yeah,
and it's like, and that's when the mother just get kicked off.
See, this one is definitely, you do have to tread water because. Right, if somebody has transitioned and they're not just, some weirdo or whatever, they genuinely have transitioned, then we should as a society say, well, it's fine to use the women's because you are now on figure a woman. But you do get the odd...
If it was me and I took my niece or daughter to the bathroom and I was like, right, you're going in, jump in. Yeah. And she came running out saying, oh, there's a man in there, not realising, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Going marching in and it's trans. I wouldn't be happy, like.
It's only going off the assumption that every single one of them's a bit wrong.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, because there could be a scenario, say I suddenly turn into a woman and I just want to be a woman and I'm just going to go use the loo because I'm just a woman and I use the women's now because I identify as a woman. I'm not there for any weird shit. I'm just using the toilet.
Do you not think in that scenario then they should have a unisex toilet? Have the male and the female for like the kids and stuff, but have a unisex toilet.
This is Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode. Yeah, I mean, because like I say, yeah, but then you're saying, hang on a sec, no, because right, we should socially accept people that want to transition.
We should, yes, but we also need to protect our kids. Not saying that they're all bad.
Yeah.
Not saying they're all bad, but let them grow up before they get confused themselves.
Yeah, but anyway, but quickly back to finish my point. Because then we say we socially accept you to be a woman, but we don't socially accept you to use the women facilities out and about, which is then unfair on the person that's transitioned.
Mm-hmm.
But you are right. People will go in with like a bit of a that's a bloke in here, but then that's straight away saying, "Oh, that's a bloke in here. You just must automatically be a creepy Nazi person." When they might not be. They might just be, "No, listen, I'm a woman. I'm shit. Use toilet. And that's it. I'm just a woman." And we should be able to say, "Oh, that's fine, okay." So yeah, that's a very weird, complex.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a right. Somebody's going to be upset and thingy. I understand people want to protect the kids, being like, "I'm going to say I don't trust you because you're a bloke," but then it's like, well, now we're discriminating against you. We're saying you're fine for you to be a woman. Just don't use the women's stuff out and about, which you're supposed to use because you're a woman now. That's a very complex and hard one.
It is a very complex one.
Yeah, I think, just because personally, again, if I transitioned, I think to just avoid that, I would do what you said and just find a unisex one, just to avoid any confrontations or confusions or any...
9 times out of 10 I use the disabled ones.
Mate, I'd use the disabled ones at Burger King in Newcastle, and I stopped a disabled person coming in, and I will never use it again. The rest of the toilets were all blocked and whatnot, or not blocked but full of, and I was dying absolutely desperate.
That's my reason.
Yeah, and they started banging the door, and I walked out able body, and I'm like, oh no. And the worst thing is I pulled the light switch, but it was the help cord. Oh, remember, Burger King? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. So I have PTSD from disabled toilets. I will never go back in one ever again. Fucking.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's definitely a question you need to bring up with people that know. But then again, that's going to be one of the questions that will never have a right answer, and everybody will not be happy.
No.
You will have unparties no matter which answer you go for.
Yeah, I can imagine that, to be fair.
Because I know for a fact, right, if I have an establishment, that's your men's toilet, that's your women's toilet, and a man walks in that's identifies as a woman, and they go to the women's, I'll say it's okay, it's now just a woman using a women's toilet. But I also see the whole point of somebody that used to be a man might just be using this. Because they're unfortunately as well, the people that are genuine about these transitions, you will have the dickheads. Like you do in every group. This
is what I mean. It's opening the door for the creeps. And
abusing the system.
Yes. Yeah, opening the door for the creeps and the perverts and everything out there.
Yeah, they'll be like, well, I've got a loophole now to be a bit creepy.
Exactly.
And which is making it bad for...
It's making it bad for them.
Yeah,
it is indeed. But I think we need to look after the kids.
Yeah, like it's completely agree, completely understand. I can't give you a definitive answer. It's one of them ones where you want to try and make everybody happy, but you're not going to make everybody happy.
No.
That's why, like I said, if I was in that situation, I'd say, just because she was a unisex, I'll quickly... Because all I'm there to do is piss. I don't care where I do it. As long as I piss in a pot, I don't care. And I'll leave. But that's just me, and I can't speak for everybody how they would feel. Mm-hmm. Because a woman would say... A man that transitions woman would say, no, I'm a woman. I should have the right to go to the women's toilet because I'm a woman now. And they should have the right. Yeah.
Or they could make the toilet for kids.
They could have a specifically just for kids toilet. Yeah, they could. Because let's be honest, it would only be in like the coffee shops or, the town, the mall sort of toilets where you would have this. Like even a bar and a restaurant, it's mostly only grown-ups going in anyway.
Yeah. So
it's not going to be every... But yeah, maybe that's what you do. You just have a kid toilet. Oh, fucking knows, Chris. No idea, mate. That is in fact, to be fair, because I'll probably... I will see Laura before this goes up. I might actually have to ask her this. Because I want to... Because I know she hasn't got all the answers to everything.
No.
But she's more educated to that stuff than we are. And it's a very complex and hard situation.
Until she gets on this fucking podcast, we won't know half of the answers.
No, we'll be fucked. And to be fair as well, neither will she, to a respect, because she'll be coming with a certain point of view and whatnot.
Yes.
I don't think this is one of them life's questions
but
again.
She seems to know a lot more than we do.
Oh yeah, because she aligns with that sort of stuff. Whereas, like I said, I'm just a fucking idiot that jokes about everything. You know what I mean? It's fucking. But hey up. It's weird as fuck, mate. You're actually making me sweat a little bit because my brain's working overdrive. I'm trying to. Because imagine being Prime Minister or President of a town or whatever the fuck it is, and these are the kind of things you have to deal with. I'll be like, hang on a sec, I'm trying to deal with the wheelie bins getting took out. I can't focus on this. Where am I going?
Well, if we're finished with that conversation, moving over to Prime Minister, I see Rishi Sunak, if that's how I pronounce his name, is basically stopping immigrants coming over. He's basically said no to all immigrants.
Right, okay. Sneaky weird bastard. Not Richie Sunak. I did see Piers Morgan interview.
It was something I seen on the news, or he was doing a news, whatever he was doing a fucking press conference or whatever the fuck he was doing.
He just had an interview with Piers Morgan. I don't know if you saw highlights of that or not.
Nah. Oh no, he was in front of a stand.
Ah, right, okay.
And he was on about, yes, I'm an immigrant, my parents are immigrants, but we did it legally. Those who's not doing it legal from now on, it doesn't matter if you're running from a war or whatever. The answer is no. You're not allowed in the country anymore.
Well, so that's
unless you're gonna do it legally, then the answer is no. You'll be just getting turned around and shipped back.
Because if you decide that way, then people will call you racist. It's like, well, no, because I have to do shit legally. I can't just, escape to fucking Belarus and live there. They'll be like, hang on a sec, have you got residency, you pal? So it's another one that people are like, oh, hang on a sec. It's another really fucking hard one. But I do agree with, but then at the same time, imagine, because not all of them, but some of them, imagine leaving a war-torn country and you just want to get out. You just want to get out from bombs and shit.
Yeah, you do feel sorry for those who has got no choice, no voice of the matter, and they've ended up in a war.
Yeah.
I do feel sorry for that lot. But on the other hand, it's the people... Have you not noticed that the crime rate over here has gone through the roof?
I was literally about to say that.
I'm not discriminating any of the immigrants, but the majority of them are the immigrants.
There's a lot of pictures that get put on Facebook saying, watch out for so-and-so. They've come from, either the hilltop or stuff like that. We spotted them with Corrock and all this shit. You do see a hell of a lot of that. And then again, I don't know if it's because over wherever they come from, the laws are a bit more lenient to stuff, or the laws are a bit more like this, or the law. I don't know, because I mean we're not strict. We've got we can do what we want in this country as long as it's not breaking the law. But we've got a lot of freedoms.
We do,
but there might be even more freedoms wherever you are, where it's not. I don't know, but I see what you mean, because I've seen a lot of posts and stuff. And all this shit saying crime rate's going to peak and crime rate's going to... Like, a lot of women being attacked.
Yeah.
It's in this area, which is like, oh, hang on a sec, why have they increased? Well, this is situations happened, and that statistic's gone up. There must be a coalition.
There definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely something involved with that lot.
Yeah, which is... We need a Batman. What's the crime rate? Honestly, mate, every city needs a Batman, and your crime rate's going straight down.
Are you volunteering?
Can guarantee you now... Because Batman's the kind... Sorry, I'm trying to take it to a new place I know how. Batman's the kind of guy that if you were just shoplifting just to get like... I need some bread to feed my kids. Batman's like, oh, still, that's breaking the law. And he'll leave you with 2 broken legs just to try and feed your kids. Yes. Because he's that much for the law.
Yeah. Just look at the opening scene of Batman and he just fucking put the shits down.
Oh, 100%. You'll see that scene and you'll be like... Not today, people.
The entire town will just fucking vacate up.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's like a Spider-Man, you're like, I might get a bit webbed in a jug chucked at us. If it's a Hulk, well, I'm dead, so don't worry about it. If it's a Batman, he'll beat us into an inch of our life, make sure I'm not dead, and just make sure I'm in a wheelchair forever.
Yes.
So, yeah, we need a Batman. But yeah, it's one of them fucking horrible questions, though, about migration, immigration. Are they fleeing for this? Are they fleeing for that? Are they, Because at the same time as well, we can look at our own people that are here as well. Some of them need to get, but the ones that are fucking horrible little cunts that live here, and you're like, you need to fuck off somewhere.
Yeah, we do need to sort out that shit. I mean, also, which I fucking think it's wrong, we need to... I wouldn't say we need to stop helping other countries, but we need to also start helping our own. There's too many homeless people around the country, and majority of them are war veterans.
I know it's a big thing in America.
Or been in some sort of war at some point and they haven't had to cope.
My God. Who said it?
Who said what?
I want to say it's another comic quote about everyone loves their soldiers until they come home. No, it's not a comic quote.
It sounds like a decent quote though.
No, I can't remember where the fuck I heard it. Yeah, but I heard that once. I thought, Jesus fucking Christ, it's a bit fucking heavy.
But it's true though.
Yeah,
well, in a harsh way, it is kind of true. Everyone, right? Yes, that's our country fighting for everything, and as soon as they come home, everyone's just like scarpers and like, "You're Jim."
Yeah. Just living on his pay, whatever his little check he's got. I don't know what.
Yeah, with his PTSD or his whatever again shenanigans has gone on.
I won't go into details, but there's a bloke I used to work with that went to the army, come back with loads of ticks, and he's like that now because he was a sniper and he had to kill some people and shit like that. And the stuff he told me was fucking minging. But he's come back and he's in a job and whatnot and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is more shit I ain't got a fucking clue about, mate.
Nah, this is why I couldn't go to war.
I'd be more than useless anyway, pal. I would be so useless. They would send me back. They'd say, who the fuck's brought in? Why the fuck have you brought that? And I'm sat there just, is there any poker stops round here? I can't see any. There's fucking gunfire and that going off.
I'd just say shoot me. I would, because I don't think I'd have the balls to shoot somebody, even if it's from my own country and not even from my own life.
I agree with you.
I don't think I could.
I agree with you now, but it's another one of them ones where I guess unless the gun's in my face and the gun's in their face, your instincts might kick in. But as it stands right now in the conversation, I don't have the stomach to shoot anybody.
Nah.
But it's one of them moments you don't know what you'll actually do until you're in the moment.
True.
If you know what I mean.
True.
But like I said, I do agree with you. I can't. The idea of picking up a gun and shooting somebody, especially on, like, say if I went over to war now, I'd be like, I'm only 40% sure why we're fighting. Like, I'd be a bit like, I only think I know why we're fighting. I don't, like, you know, if you're in World War II, at least you knew what you were doing. It was Nazi Germany invading. I understand why we're fighting. But it's a war right now. I'd just be like, why do we hate each other?
I don't think it's the fact of hating each other. I think it's we're helping. What country are we helping? Ukraine. I don't even know that.
Yeah, it's.
So the other is like, well, why should I fight for my country if my country's not even going to fight for me?
I feel like I've heard somebody say that as well.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Maybe I've just read it. Yeah, maybe I've just read it.
It's like, well, I kind of get their point as well.
Yeah.
Why should I do something for you but you won't do anything for me when I've asked you? Kind of situation, regardless if they're on the council and they need something done or whatever.
Yeah, there is a lot of mess.
It is a messy thing
in every topic, in every situation, in every country, in every political view, religious view, whatever, and everything. There's just so much mess and clean up, and that's why I kind of like my simple little life. It's just cinemas, Lego, and Laura. And it's nice and simple. Go to work, spend more than I could afford on toys, go back to work. It's all these. I feel like we create a lot of complex and over the top issues for no point, and a sheer lack of communication. I feel like if we talked more, that sounds very hippie. I know, and I don't really like hippies, but I feel like if we just sat down, we had a crack. Because imagine if all of these people just sat down at a pub until it's shut down. They're there, you know, fucking shirts, fucking unbuttoned, ties loose, and pints everywhere, and they just start chatting away. Like, actually, I haven't because a lot of people lack loads of empathy. So many people find it hard, and I've done this before. I'm sure you have. Looking at other point of views and all this kind of stuff, but I think loads of people, especially upper ups, government people, will have no empathy to stuff, and it's always felt like everybody's on the edge. Like anything, just on the edge, tense, ready to go. Oh, that's happened in Russia. This has happened over here. Tense. It's like, just relax a bit. What are we doing here? Just fucking relax, calm down.
That's the thing. I don't think nobody knows what they're doing.
Yeah. But again, it's a lot. Loads of it probably goes out to tribal. I bring it back to football. That feels very tribalistic. When a goal goes in, you get all this pent up, like, fuck you, yeah, you fucking, you like. So I don't know if a lot of it's just a lot of pent up tribalism shit inside of them, like just on the I don't know what the fuck's going on, mate.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I can't tell you who should use what bathroom, what's the best for everybody, why we're fighting. What was the first thing you brought up? Yeah, fucking athletes competing.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what I've been looking at. What was it looking at? That's what I've heard this week.
Yeah. Chris has heard some fucking fucked up shit.
Yes.
I can change the subject and just start to make your little mind frazzle.
Go on then.
Are we done with politics?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Vision, guys. Lego, Pokemon, politics.
We do seem to be a lot of politics.
Well, that's why the Tuesday podcast is good, though, mate. Because the whole point of the channel is silly goofiness over the top, and then on the Tuesday when we record, whatever the fuck comes up, comes up. You know, we're just chatting absolute shit out our asses about stuff. Hopefully, try not to offend. Laura, I love you. It's all Chris, not me. He made me talk about it. It's you in trouble, not me. Ha ha. Yeah.
It's just easier, not me. So ha ha.
To be fair, yeah. Our last one we did, she said, I really like this one.
What was our last one?
I'm trying to think what we put now.
What do we talk about?
She really liked it, and she was like, well done. I was like, oh my God, we mustn't have offended anybody. Yes.
What did we talk about?
I can't remember now because we talk that much shit.
We do. We talk a lot of shit.
Who would have known that when you zoom out from the planet, that two little fucking knobheads in a kitchen in Carlisle are the two most offensive dickheads without realising it. Where's the world's problems coming from? Dan's kitchen when Chris comes round on a weekend. That's where the problems come from.
Basically, yeah.
Right, no, let's get paradoxical, pal.
Okay.
Let's get nice and paradoxical. The picture's on my phone, so I'll probably miss a couple of words here, but I'll try and describe it as best as you can. I heard two beautiful paradoxes this week.
Okay.
Which blew my mind, and I guess there's technically no answer unless you're a time traveller. Hence why I said to you, I've been watching a lot of time travel films because I fucking love that.
Time traveller.
If you haven't watched Timeless, watch Timeless. It's spellbinding. Ethan Hawke, because you get to the end and you're like, hang on a sec, what? And you kind of have to... But anyway, first paradox is... what?
Who's in that?
Ethan Hawke.
And who?
He's the only actor I really...
Oh, is he? I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of some film with Samantha Mumba in it.
Of who?
Samantha Mumba. That's some kind of time travel thingy.
I don't... I'm not
think.
sure.
And him, I played in Hulk. The Aussie guy.
Eric Banner.
Yeah, I think he was in it.
It's a time travel film.
Yeah. It's an old film.
Top of my head, mate, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what film that is.
Unless I'm thinking nothing. It's just
Chris is making a film. No, you will be thinking of a film. There'll be something in there that's made you think of that. But anyway, right, so the first paradox is quite cool. So, just to try and fucking remember it word for word. So, if there's an object, we know the object exists, but we just don't know where it comes from. We don't know where it starts. But you've always got it in your possession. The reason why it's in your possession is because the future version of you, so not right now, not your present you, a future version of you, comes to his past, your present, and gives you this object for you to then take to the future and start the cycle again.
Why?
It's just because of this paradox. Okay. It's not. There's no why. Don't worry about the why of it. Okay. And the question is...
What's the question?
We know the object exists, but where did it start?
Well, we don't know, do we? We just answered that question.
That's the whole point. It will and should have a starting point because the object, you didn't make it. You started... You got the... It's like me picking up my lip balm and then starting the cycle with this as my object.
Well, it would have come from the past, I'm guessing.
You would have assumed... But it was future you that went to the past, your present, to give it to you. And the future you only got it because the past you give it to you. And the past you only got it because the future you give it to you.
Yeah, but if the future me got it to give it to the present of me, then the future me must have got it from somewhere or found it somewhere to give it to the present me to then continue the cycle.
But did past you not start with it?
Well, no, because past you maybe not have found it until the future you.
But past you had it to give it to future you.
No, I thought future me give it to past me.
Because past you give it to future you.
Yeah, but that's the cycle. How is?
Exactly. That's why it's fucked. That's why it's absolutely fucked.
I was doing good.
Yeah, mate, don't worry. I don't know it unless you can break down time travel shit. You can get the answer. But yeah, because I was the same. I was thinking, well, future you brought it back to past you. But hang on a sec. I only had it because past you give it to me. And it's just a continuous loop. Because it's basically, imagine, there's the lip balm, Chris, you hold it. You're me and I'm me. You're me from the future. Hold my lip balm. Right? Now give it back to me. Like, it started off in our hand.
Yeah, but it's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And
but where?
You picked that object up, so...
Yeah. Then give it to future, which give it to past. Right, anyway, here's another paradox then, mate. I can't remember the name of the Greek guy that had it, right? But there's a Greek guy that had this very famous vessel, this super famous boat. Okay. And it's been around for fucking donkeys
of years. What's the name of the boat?
I can't remember. Don't worry about the name.
Okay.
So there's this boat owned by... It was the famous one that took out the Minotaur, whatever the fuck his name was.
Christopher Columbus.
No, it's a different one. So anyway, he has this boat. And it's from his time to us right now. And every single piece of that boat has been replaced.
Okay.
Right? With, because rotten wood, they've replaced it all and whatnot. Is that boat now the same boat?
Technically, yes.
But none of the original pieces are on it.
No.
So is it the same boat?
Technically, yes.
Right, and here then this will contradict you. If you take all the broken pieces off that were rotten and minging and made another boat identical to that one, what's the new boat and what's the old boat?
Obviously, the original boat will be the original boat.
So that's the old boat.
So the new boat, one that he kind of made.
No, not kind of. I made the identical boat, but with the rotten parts.
So yeah, the original boat would be the original boat.
But that's just been assembled.
Yeah, but it's the original boat.
It's like the original pieces.
It's like me taking a car apart and then put it all back together with the exact same pieces.
Yeah, but it's just been assembled.
It's the original build.
It's the original pieces, but it's only just been built. So if you go, how long has that been built for? A day.
No, it doesn't work like that.
It does, though. It doesn't. It does.
It doesn't, because it's the original boat from back in...
It's the original pieces.
Well, I'm sticking to car. It's the original car back from 1967. And that car was all taken apart because of whatever.
Every little piece.
Yep, and then got restorated 50 years later. It's still the original car. Yes, there may be a copy of it, but the original car is the original car. That's just a copy.
But it's only been assembled, so it's new.
It's not, though.
It's only just been assembled.
Shush, it's not. I'm right on this one.
They've only just put it together.
Yes, but it's still the original car. It doesn't matter if you put it...
It's the original pieces.
It doesn't matter if it's put together fucking whenever. It's still... If you use all the original parts, it's still the original part. It's still the original object.
It's only just been built.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
I can take something apart and rebuild it 20 years later. It's still the original part.
Yeah. It's original parts.
It's still the original object.
So which is the original one?
The original one, the first one. That's the original. The other one, the second one, is the copy.
But it's used the same pieces.
How can you use the same pieces?
So listen, the boat that's been the same boat.
Yeah.
Right.
That's just a carbon copy.
Yeah, so it's the same boat.
Yes.
You've took all the rotten pieces off, made a new ship, and the old boat that's been restored has all the new pieces.
Right.
But the new one that's been assembled has been using the old pieces.
But if it's not using the old pieces...
No, but it is using. That's the paradox. It is using the old pieces.
What?
So, you have a boat.
Yes.
It's been restored because it's absolutely rotten and falling apart. Every piece has been restored throughout years.
Right, yes.
Not on the same day. It might be 10 bits one day, a month later, one bit.
So none of the parts have been used?
Right, yeah. Not yet, they haven't. So all the old bits that were stripped off this boat have now been put back together 100 years later.
Right. Has any of these bits been used on that boat?
All of it.
All of it?
All of it.
So it's been partly restored then?
No, every single piece that come off that boat was just put together again on this boat.
Yes, that's partly restored. It's not been fully restored. That's only partly restored.
Well, it's just everything that was originally on that is now on that. Everything. But it's been assembled now with the old parts 100 years later. So which is the old boat, which is the new boat?
Right. Right. Start this again.
Oh. You've got a boat.
I've got a boat. Or a car.
Oh, yeah, you can use car if you want. You have a car.
I have a car.
That was made 100,000 years ago.
Well, they're not that old. Okay.
Well, you wanted to use cars, so we're using a car.
Okay.
You have a car. Every single bit of it has been replaced. Every single last piece of it has been from the bolt.
None of it has been reused. Not yet. Not yet.
Right, so
everything has been...
The first week, the bonnet was replaced. The second week, all the tyres in the roof.
Everything's brand new.
But throughout stages.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So everything has been replaced on it. Yes. Brand new.
Okay.
And then the stuff that you were taking off, so you took the wheel off, you put it in that pile. You took the roof off, put it in that pile. 100,000 years later, that pile...
Yes.
You've assembled...
Yes.
...into make this car.
Yes.
With all the old pieces.
Okay.
Okay? Which is the old boat and which is the car? A new car.
Well, the new one is obviously the new one.
The new one is the one we've just built over here, because that's the one that's allegedly built 100,000 years ago, but with new parts. And you're about to make this now in the present day, but with all these old parts from 100,000 years ago.
See, to me, that old pile, even though you rebuilt it 100 years later, that's the original build.
Yeah.
So that is still the old one. The new one that you bought all new identical bits for.
Yeah.
That's the new one.
That was built in 2024, and that was built in 100,000 AD.
Matter. I am thinking logically, restorally, that if I take an old car apart and I put it together 100 years later, that is still an old car. If I take the exact same car and I couldn't use it anything, so I rebuilt it brand new parts, that's a new car.
That doesn't flow.
To me,
it doesn't flow because that's just been assembled.
It doesn't matter if it got assembled before or after. It's
because
still the old car.
If it's assembled now with old parts, it's the old parts made now. So
it's still the old original car.
Because it would be... This is where the paradox comes in. Because it would be a new car you could use now, but with old bits.
It's still an old car.
Yeah, the parts are. The parts are, but it's together now in the modern age.
Yeah, but it's still... You use the original bits from the car that got disassembled 100 years ago. It's still this exact same car. It's exact. It's not a copy. It's not an identical. It's the exact same car. Just got reassembled.
Yeah, so it's a new build.
Not really. It's just an old. Well.
You've just built it.
Well, yeah, you have just built it, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna be. It's a new build.
But it is a new build. You've just built it with old parts. See what I mean? That's a paradox. I'll get the professor. I'll show you the video he done because it's fucking horrible. I need to remember the name of the guy's thingy. It's a horrible paradox that I don't like.
I'd love to restore an old car.
I wouldn't, because I think I'm in a paradox then.
No, you just think you look at a box, and then you instead of looking just in the box, you look outside the box.
Because you need to look outside the box.
You do sometimes. I will give you that. You do sometimes.
But this isn't just me. This is what professors use in universities and shit, this paradox.
So what do you think then?
I have no idea. I can't give because it's a paradox. Just like the guys at the start, the future you, past you, I can't tell you.
That I don't. That is dodgy. But when it comes to building shit, I know I'm right.
Well, I'd say that there's a lot of degreed people that would say nobody's right. And I'm listening to them because it's fucking horrible. It's absolutely disgusting. I guess I'll show you the video and you can explain it better. Because, yeah, I love a paradox. It's fun to talk about, but I ain't got a clue. That's why I like Timeless, because what we've just spoke about there, when you get to the end of the film, it's that. What a beautiful film. I might even watch it again tonight before bed, just to wrap my head around it again. Oh, it's so good.
So what we need to do, like I said, is restore an old car, and then we can get the gist of it.
I'll get the gist of it. But if we've just built a car, if you had a box of parts there, so we've just built this car, say, look at this new car we built. Not look at this old car we built.
Well, yeah, you do. You say, look at this old car we've just restored.
But we've just built it, though.
It doesn't matter. It's an old car you've just restored.
It's like...
It's not a new car that's been built on a factory line. It's an old car you've just restored.
We haven't restored it, we've rebuilt it. Restore just means touching up here, there and everywhere. We've rebuilt it.
Well, it's the same thing.
No, restore just means, it's just that door needs replaced. We've put this whole thing together.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
But it's still not a new build. It's still an old.
No, the building of it.
Old build.
The building of it is new because we've just done it. We've just done it, therefore it's new.
So we're not talking about it being old and rusticated and whatever else. It's just that we built that new one before we built that old one.
We built the new one with all the old pieces from 100,000 years ago. We've only just built it, therefore it's a new build, but with old pieces.
Fuck off,
I know, mate, that's why it's fucked. That's why it's absolutely fucked. You're just on this endless loop. Because, yes, the pieces are 100,000 years old, but we've built it and it's been around for a day together. So it's newly put together. It's not oldly put together. It's not yearly put together. Yes, the pieces are 100,000 years old, but as a collective, they've been together.
See, to me, logically, that's an old build.
But you didn't build it old, you built it new.
Yeah.
See what I mean, mate? You can't get an answer. There is no right or wrong. It's fucking horrible. That's why I love walking around work and giving these up, because they give us a lot of, oh, wait, man, I feel like I'm on the session, the kitchen sniffed off my face, talking about all this shit. And I'm like, honestly, it's mint. And I'm just sat there and on my lunch break, just look, oh my God, the fucking mind's blown. Oh, it's absolutely nuts. Because it's like Project Almanac. The way that fucking film ends time travel shit about restarting it all again, and about how there is no such thing as your past. If you go back to your past, that has always been your present, because that's always been the loop. And I thought, the way they explained time travel in Endgame.
Yeah. That,
to me, I'd never heard that version, and I heard that and I thought,
that kind of makes sense, though.
Well,
there's no point going to the past because you don't have a past.
No, you can go. So you can go to the past, but because future you went to your past, it's not your past because you're currently there, so it's your present.
Your past only starts from when you're born. If you go any further back, it's not really your past.
Don't worry about further back. Just worry about you. That's
if it's just me. If I went back 10 years, that's my past. So yes, you can go back to your past.
But that future you isn't going back to your past because you're there. You're at your present.
Yeah, but if the future me went to my present, he's technically still coming
to future you went to your present.
Yeah, if
no, don't confuse me anymore, mate.
If future me came back to my present now, he's still. Might be 60 odd years old, but I still come back to now. 35.
So he went to his past.
So technically, he's still going to his past,
which would straight away be his present. Because he's there in his current time.
But how is it it's present?
I know, that's why it's annoying.
Because it's your present, not his.
Yeah, but
that's why you should never meet your double
they do
person.
They do it in Project Almanac. They start glitching out. It's fucking horrible. So yeah, you've time traveled. You went, I'm gonna go to my past and meet myself. And the second you get there, because that becomes your timeline, and timelines, if you go multiverse shit, is always a straight line. It's always supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Therefore, if it was always supposed to happen, and you're there now, where you've gone back, you're in your present. He might say, I went back to the past, but he's always in his present, because he was always supposed to come back and be in his present. And that's why every day should be a gift visuals, because that's why it's called the present. There you go, some more metaphors being right. Because like Back to the Future had weird time travel laws.
Yeah, Big Bang explained that though.
Yeah, kind of. Loads of things have got so many weird different time travel laws, and the more you think about it, the more, because you always think, oh, I'd love to go back and I'd love to go future, and the more I see shit and I hear shit, I'm like, I don't think I'd ever do it.
I'd love to. I would like to see what the crack is, past and present.
I don't know the math and the rules.
Neither do I.
So I'll be dead.
But I would like to, if I got the opportunity, if time travel was a thing. It's meant to be a thing, but we just never explore it because it's too complex, like you said.
100%, yeah.
But if I got the opportunity to time travel, past or present, I'd go for it, like.
Because another one that always scares the shit out of me is that it's always. I don't know if you've seen it. If you go back to Project Almanac, they're in the middle of inventing time travel, but it's already all happened because they can only do these bits because it's already happened.
Yeah, a future you must have already sorted it to go into the past.
In your current present state, it's already happened. Because they do a moment in that film which is fucking nuts, where they send the test with a car, and when they go back to look at the footage, at the start of the test, before they've even sent the car's already there in the back, stuck in the wall, watching, because it was always there. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. So it doesn't matter, because me and you could be like, let's build a machine, we're going to go forward, and we've got a camcorder. The camcorder is recording before. They do it in the film, again, at the end of the film, they're having to talk about it, and because it's all found footage, the camera's showing it at the start of the conversation before they're even doing it, because it's already happened.
No.
And it just fucks my fucking stupid little mind. But I love talking about it.
So why do you have to bring me into your little mind?
Because it's fun. It's funny shit.
No.
It's fun. Like I said, I'll show you a couple of videos and that before you go and whatnot. And it's not even the fucking. It's only from 8:45.
It's not fun. It's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, but it's
So that, like I said, that side of things I'm screwed on. But I am sticking to the old restoration shit and the old build.
But like I said, you even contradict yourself because you say old, but you newly built it, which is where it's, if you freshly put it together, it's newly put together, just with old parts. And you can't dispute it.
Shush. I am sticking.
You know what I mean?
I'm sticking to what I know.
Because like, imagine this Hulk statue. I have it for I won't live that long, 1,000 years, and then I smash it up and I put it together, and we put it together for one day. It's newly built.
I'm not even going down this line anymore.
Do you know what I mean? I've just put it together.
You've still used the original parts.
Yeah, but to newly put them together.
Shut up.
Like a Lego, to go in there and smash up a Lego set and then rebuild it in a year's time. It's an old Lego set, but I've only just put it together.
I'm not doing it with you. I'm not. I know where I stand on this.
But like I said though, there isn't a right or wrong, because it's the old pieces. So it would suggest it's an old car, but it's only just been put together, and that's where it hurts.
On one aspect though, you can kind of have that. There is a car company, Nissan, who have came across thousands of old parts from back in the 80s, and they are thinging up the factory to make new ones with modern technology.
So they're new cars.
So they technically will be new cars because they've never been assembled.
But with old parts.
Don't
so
go
you
there.
just contradicted yourself again, mate. You just contradicted yourself again. You just disagreed with yourself.
No, I'm not disagreeing with myself.
So if they're taking them old parts and putting these cars together, and you said they're new cars.
Shut up.
it's fuck, mate. I'll show you the video, because the guy is a lovely British guy as well, so it's always a soothing voice.
I know where I stand on this.
I don't know, and that's the paradox. I don't know.
I'm sticking to what I'm saying.
I'm sticking to...
It's an old build.
I'm sticking... When did you build it?
100 years ago.
Yeah, with the old pits, though.
Doesn't matter if I built it last week.
It was done yesterday.
It doesn't matter if I built it last week. It doesn't matter if I built it 100 years ago, it got disassembled, and you built it last week, it's still an old build.
It's not.
To me, it's still an old build.
Because
the bits in the factory have never been touched, even though they are old.
Oh, so they're not old parts?
Technically not, no.
No, not technically. And the old parts are not.
They've just been... Well, I don't want to answer the question because you're going to contradict it.
If they're old parts that are used on old cars...
They've never been used.
So they've never been used?
They've never been used.
So that's just a straight up new build then? If they've never been used, that's just a straight up new build?
Technically, it's a new build.
Yeah,
yes.
If they've never been used.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. So I mean, though, it's hard as fuck, because like I said, if we smash up this house and build it 100 years later with the same brick, this house has been newly built. That's not technically about it.
No, it's just been rebuilt.
Yeah.
with the original build.
Yeah.
So it's not a new build, it's an old build that's just been put back together.
Oh, yeah, it's been put back together.
It's an old build!
If you build something...
Look, I thought that we're going to agree to disagree on this.
No, but you can't agree to disagree. That's the paradox.
I don't like it.
That's why it's fun, but...
It's not fun.
Because it's factual. If I put this pieces together 10 minutes ago, look, it's 10 minutes together.
I've been up since 3:30. I don't want to do all this.
It's mint, though. It's fucking mint. It's so good and it's so fun and I love talking about this shit. Broadens the mind.
Yes, well, have this conversation when I haven't fucking been awake.
Yeah, we'll end it.
17 hours.
We'll end it. I'll show you some weird vids and that. Hours. And then we can go on our merry way. No, we'll leave it there then. We've gone politics and paradoxes. We've gone here, there, and every fucking
where.
Yeah,
we've had a bit of a loophole this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looper, like the time film Looper. No, Looper's great. Where
I like Looper.
Where future Bruce gets sent back to past Bruce, but obviously they don't know, and if you kill him, they'll cancel themselves out.
And what's? Oh no, that's Timeless. Oh, never mind.
Timeless, yeah, that's the film I was
on
about.
Timeless.
Have you watched Timeless?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one I was on about, where it's Ethan Hawke.
What time? No, I thought that was fucking the singer, Justin Timberlake.
That's In Time.
Is that?
Yeah, it's In Time. Yeah, that's sad though because they make his mum die in front of him, which I don't like. It's literally they're just there though. They're just in touch and distance. It's fucking horrible, man. Yeah, that one where if you went to like the future and killed yourself, your whole entire past would cease to exist. To me, that doesn't make sense either.
So if I went to the future, if I was still here, fucking 80 years later, I was like, oh, fuck this shit.
If you went forward and killed yourself, I don't know why you would. If you went forward and killed yourself, it wouldn't work because
you've still got to relive that future before you're dead.
Yeah,
and then you just doubling back on yourself to fucking redo it, so you're going to end up in a time loop.
But you wouldn't be able to kill yourself because as soon as you kill yourself, there's no time to go back on. But there has to be some part of time for you to go do the action.
Yeah.
Which is another one. Another film explores that one. I don't know if it is Looper that explains that one. There's another film that explains that one, and it's another one that fucks us up because we know for a fact you're born and there's a future you go and kill yourself, which then ceases you to exist on the timeline, but you have to exist somewhere to do the act.
Yeah, you've got to exist to do the act. I'm full of slaver.
But dying writes you out.
At the end of the timeline, but you've still got to live that 30, 50 years.
Yeah. It's another horrible, fucking disgusting one. So, but anyway, we will end it there, visuals. I'm going to, show Chris some weird shit and, I don't know, my head hurts so much, but I fucking love it.
My fucking head hurts and I didn't want anything to do with it.
It's fun though. It is fun. But visuals, there we go. It's another ramble on. Hopefully we went from the offensive to less offensive.
Let us know who's right. Oh, well, like you said, there's not really a wrong and right answer. Let us know what you think.
That's why paradoxes are beautiful.
Of this complicated paradox. Where would you put things in a timeline and in builds and I don't know what else. What's the other one? I don't know.
The multiverse.
That's just a fucking completely different story altogether.
Spider-Man. There's a lot of Spider-Men. I'd be happy with that.
Can you call them Spider-Men now? Because obviously there's a variety.
Well, yeah, there's Spider-Ham. He's not a man, he's a pig. Spider Society.
Are you not kind of genderfying there?
I think, you just have to call him a Spider Collective or a Spidey...
It's the same with Batman and Batwoman, who you kind of identifying there now. Will there be future films called Bat something?
I guess if there's a Batman that's, non-gender or some shit, you just call them Bat Person, because they're still a person.
Non-binary Bat?
Non-binary Bat, I guess so. I assume... That would give away too much, though, because imagine if Bruce Wayne was non-binary and Bat-binary come out, they would go, hang on a sec, Bruce Wayne's non-binary and this new Bat hero is non-binary. I guess I think that would give away too much.
Someone will be offended somewhere, so they've got to keep everyone on the same, everyone happy.
Yeah. I don't know. To be fair, And the biggest thing that's always fucked me is still at the start with that toilet situation. I don't know the answer to that. That's my biggest takeaway from that, though.
The toilet situation.
It just come back into my head now. Anyway, we'll end it there, visuals. Thank you for listening. Always keep me here and keep on keeping on.
I hope you haven't offended anybody.
Well, like I said, I think we've went from the offensive to less offensive. We can't offend anybody just talking bullshit about paradoxes.
But even still, somebody be offended.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably upset somebody. Probably Laura. We probably misgendered something.
Well, we've just assumed Batman's gender. To be fair. Hi, dog.
Hi, dog. Love you, bye.
Bye.